pregnant at 13.
Come again?
And we're not bad parents. Love, don't judge. Let me say this.
Where were the parents?
Let me say these 2 cents before I play this damn video. Last video, Noah and I reacted to pregnant at 14, and we were cooking them up like, this is crazy, this is messed up. Everyone in the comments, you guys are being mean. They look like they're good people, blah, blah, blah.
Just kids, don't go so hard on them.
I'm like,
No, this should be a conversation in the first place.
so I was like, I'm not saying that they're evil individuals. I'm saying, how did this happen? So y'all probably don't get the same energy on this video, but we brought Rob to really, I would love to know what you think of pregnant at 13, and they're not bad parents.
Let's watch.
I got pregnant at 13.
I was like 15, turning 16.
People would say, you're ruining your life. Somebody even messaged me saying, I hope you guys in labor. I took that and I shifted it. I said, this is making my life.
I felt scared. I was really scared. What I wanted before anything, let's just get a paternity test before any actions.
Let me make sure it's mine.
He's gonna take her away from me.
I need a dirty nose.
Okay, let me help you. We're gonna have to take it off in a minute, you know that, right? There you go. This is Everly. She is 3 years old. She's my little girl, and we're super close. Let me spray some of this.
Maddie.
Make your hair a little bit soft.
Everly, wait.
She is so mature and so sassy.
I had always looked down on teen moms, if I'm being completely honest, and I think that was just from a lack of knowing what it's really like. When I actually got pregnant,
That stuff matures you quick.
reactions people were gonna get, and I did get a lot of negative reactions, a lot of hate. Can you try to wipe it off?
Everybody had something to say and they didn't hold back. I had people send me the address to abortion clinics when I was about 7 months pregnant. In gym class, they would like put balls in their t-shirts and be like, hi, I'm Maddie, I'm a teen mom. Somebody even messaged me saying, I hope you guys in labor. I took that and I shifted it. I said, this is making my life.
The hate made me want to do better. It made me want to show them that I'm gonna be the best mom ever. Even though I'm young, I'm gonna be the best mom they've ever seen. All right, let's put this up. Do you wanna go pick out an outfit?
Hey for Everly's, it's Maddie and Everly.
When Everly was about 4 months old, I decided on a whim, okay, we look cute today. You know what? I'm gonna go film a YouTube video.
Today I'm going to be talking about how I found out I was pregnant.
My first video I ever posted ended up going viral.
I just didn't know what was gonna happen, you know, because I was pregnant at 14.
Today I am going to be filming a video for my YouTube channel with Everly's dad, Isaac, my ex-boyfriend. I'm quite nervous and I'm looking forward to seeing how
She knows what'll get views.
Wait a minute, they didn't stay together?
Damn, yeah, that's sad.
I can't believe it. That's gonna be good for the child. Baby daddy and he 15. Damn.
We're gonna discuss co-parenting and how we've kind of
Ex-boyfriend.
made it work through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Everly! Come here! Give me a big hug! Oh, I miss you.
I prefer this than a guy that doesn't show up.
I missed you. I thought it was all just a joke, like it wasn't real. Let's go upstairs. And then when she showed me the scan,
I went to get a sonogram and I sent him this picture.
I felt
Like, who took her to get the sonogram? And where were the parents the whole time when they were...
They don't ever do the interviews with the parents on these.
They don't. Where were the parents when they were going bumping the night and having sleepover? Or I don't know how that transpires when you're 13 and 14, but...
Could have just been during the day.
I feel like just because we weren't doing crazy stuff at that age, I think a lot of people are doing like drugs, having sex, doing parties, drinking at 13, 12 even. I think nowadays, kids have access to a lot more things now, I feel like.
Especially because you can message anybody that has something.
It's easy to get fake IDs. It's easy to get into certain stuff.
You can amp on a fake ID.
Especially if your parents are not, in my opinion, properly chaperoning you.
They're telling you what's good.
As a child, like...
I mean, yeah, not everyone has good parenting. So like, that's just what happens.
Yep, all the kids I do know that I grew up with that were doing SCX and 12 to 14, yeah, they had a dysfunctional household from what I remember. There was definitely a lot of issues going on. That's why when they would say it to me, I didn't understand that because I was like, I don't I can never see myself doing this, but yeah. So what happens. Product of your environment, right?
And then the cycle repeats itself, where it's then the dysfunctional family, parents not really chaperoning the kids properly, kids get into some bad shit, and then another
That's what happens.
pregnant at 14, and then they don't stay together, and then that just keeps on happening.
Oh.
But
And vice versa. You could have two good parents and then the kid comes out bad and then they start the cycle of best.
if you guys would like to see more reactions and more vlogs that we can't put on YouTube, then become a member at mystrawberrypark.com.
We're gonna be posting weekly content on there, sometimes even every day. We got exclusive merch on there too.
Also, all the videos you're seeing on our channel right now have already been uploaded early for everybody that's a member on our website. Join the family.
And don't take our word for it. Look at the comments that people are leaving once they become a member. Everyone's loving it. They're getting so many crazy videos that we can't put on YouTube for all types of reasons. So make sure you guys click the first link at the top of the description or
Go to mystrawberrypark.com. Don't miss out.
I was really scared.
So, before we do this little co-parenting video, I know we've talked about before, like probably a couple years ago on my channel, how one of your regrets was not meeting Everly earlier. And I never really got like that explanation to what was going on, like during my pregnancy and after she was born, like.
I was in math class.
She left for a while.
No,
Oh, that's
I'm still in
perfect.
Texas, but like when you told me, I was just shocked. I was
Yeah.
like, wow. So I talked to my mom obviously about it. I told her that what I wanted before anything, before like I got into Everly's life, let's just get a paternity test before anything. Everly happens to step forward. Basically, like I wasn't there for the 10 months, right? So Maddie had the most hate for me, which was correct. And I messed up right there, and I did.
This whole time, all I have said is, I know who Everly's dad is. He's the only person I've ever been with, which remains true. But he wanted to get proof. They said, okay, so for the paternity results, handed them forward. He is the father. I've been telling y'all this literally for freaking almost a year.
I just couldn't accept the fact that it happened, but it happened.
Oh, I was so mad at you. Like, I literally. Oh my gosh. It did get pretty bad, and I was really upset. I'd post things on my social media and be like, he's a piece of crap, and like say all these things. I thought to myself, he's gonna take her away from me. I was hurting. Me and him had left off on bad terms, and I kind of turned that pain into anger, which I really do regret. I feel like I should have pushed harder and been nicer. I should have realized that like parenting is a two-way road. But at that time, for me, I was just kind of like, I was still resenting everything that had happened. I was really selfish.
When you're 13 and 14, you don't know any better.
Special vlog because Everly will be meeting her
She
dad
doesn't know.
for the
She
first
doesn't even know
time
she is
in her
yet.
life. Everly, you're gonna
I know
meet
the
your
hell I was
dad.
at 13.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Hey, at least they have a beautiful
I
home
felt
to
it
raise
would be
her.
a lot better if I would have like came out like, hey, like this is my daughter, this beautiful angel. Like, yeah, like it would have been different, but I was gone for that 10 months and I can't do anything about it now. Just said be there for her.
You kind of get that mentality where it's the villain and the hero, and you make yourself the hero and you make the other person the villain, but it's not like that. You're just both basically side characters. Everly's the hero. Yeah. I'm really glad we got to talk about this, and I think it's really good to kind of get these things out in the open before we film our video telling other people how to co-parent when we're not professionals ourselves. All right.
Person done now?
Yeah.
Two 14-year-olds lecturing people on how to co-parent.
Something like a bit more simple, and even though it's super simple, we've definitely fought over it.
Definitely.
Just like the times for visitation.
Their audience is probably people in the same situation to kind of maybe motivate or inspire them or something.
Really well. We've never actually discussed this just on our own terms. I think it's really good that we were able to talk about those things civilly, and it just really shows how far things have come from where they were before. Come on! All right, girl. Do you have shoes on? Yeah. So many people.
They have a lot of stuff for the baby. Like, I feel like
seems like her
they're
family's
thriving,
well off.
low-key.
Big ass house.
Is somebody who drops everything for their child.
Yeah, their parents are definitely funding knife families.
Be careful by the edge. I do everything for that little girl. She is.
But does she even have time to do the job? I don't think she does.
She could have such an impact. Do you know any of
Yeah.
them?
Because like They are very fortunate that people are helping because there's a lot of teenage parents that legitimately have nothing.
Yeah, there's worse cases than this, for sure.
Exactly.
They clearly have money, or she or her family has a lot of money.
Right. They are in a very privileged position right now. Like, they can still take care of her even if the guy doesn't come by. Dad.
She took responsibility and put her daughter first. I would hope so. Even though her boyfriend abandoned them for a while, she still allowed him to come back and co-parent without holding a grudge or having resentment towards him. I mean, as she should. Anyway, some people use children as weapons. She was completely mature about the whole situation and left the door open for him. For anyone who doesn't know, Maddie is now married to another guy and they have a baby boy. She also went back to school. Not sure exactly what she's studying. I love that she grew up for her daughter and she lives with it. Again, let's just, everyone condone this. This is just the best thing ever. Great for them, great for the family.
Well, yeah, I
She's
guess like the
married.
baby's here now, so you know.
I guess you're not allowed to say that this is not, you can't say this is not good, so I guess, yay. I mean, I'm glad they're not struggling and the baby isn't messed up or anything to my knowledge.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing okay. Like, I get it. You're young at that age. You don't understand a lot of different things about life and just yourself. So yeah, you get the bad rep of, oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to take care of a kid when you're a kid yourself. So everyone just hates on that, but you could only hope that they just can change and do the best. Like, yeah, you have to grow up quicker. So I wouldn't say it's a good, like, yeah, no one should be having sex at 12, 13, 14 years old, but people do, and it's like, what are you gonna do from there? It's
And they're working it out.
They said, remember, support teen moms, not teen pregnancy. Almost said that, I don't know. Ain't that the same?
But it's like, if you can't, like, the good part, I guess, too, is like, you get more time with your kid in life.
But then you also yourself have to make sure you're doing well enough so then you can still provide it a great life. Because I've known a lot of single parents where like even the child had to do even more sometimes than the parent to help them both thrive or survive. This situation looks like they're fine regardless.
Yeah, it seems like they're fine.
But yeah.
They're still in the baby's life.
Yeah, both of them. But yeah, I bet you every year they get older, they go, wow, this was a very crazy situation that has led us here. I probably would have wanted some more time.
The mom decides to drop her own childhood for her daughter. That's a huge sacrifice in maturity. I'm worried about both parents, but I don't think she had a choice though.
No, you have to drop your childhood.
I guess
your childhood's gone.
I guess people frame, in my opinion, people frame it as like they're like heroes, and I'm just like,
But they shouldn't have a child in the first place at 13 years old.
yes, and even though they do, okay, they have to do with what they make. What's the word? Make do with what they have, which is what they should do anyway. Which would be the bare minimum. Like, oh, she had to give up her own childhood for her child. Well, exactly. What would be the alternative? She just tosses the child out on the street and just lets it do, like, and she just goes back to 8th grade. Like, I love her. Can't believe that. So maybe they'll get the parents on the interview next time, but
they seem
probably not
to
done.
do that.
Yeah, they would always leave that out.
Even though the parents had to let them come in the house that day for sure. They were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run some errands. You go shoot that. I don't want to start nobody.
Holy shit.
Try not to have a kid.
Wrap it up.
Try to, wrap it up, right?
Yeah, right.
Because, yeah, you should know the responsibility that comes with, you know, having sex, possibly having a child.
You gotta think about it. It's a lifetime responsibility. If you want to go that route, your whole life.
You can't just become pregnant, be shocked, and dip for 10 months. It's like, dude.
You knew what you was doing.
You knew what you were doing, bro.
You weren't running away when you know what to do with what you were doing, so.
Yeah. So
you didn't run away when she said, yo, let's do this right now. So, yeah.
Birth control, there's...
I think you just shouldn't be.
I mean, I don't think you should even be doing birth control at that age.
Right? Like,
doing any of the SCX at 13, but yeah.
That's what I thought.
And I'm sure everybody knows somebody that's in the situation. This is
And there's 13-year-olds having, 13-year-olds having kids every day. This is just one video that's documented.
And I bet you it's not all sunshine like this, so.
Yeah. This would be like the best case scenario when they have money and can just look out to the kid and give him a bunch of shit.
Money or just, she actually loves and cares for her. She's doing her hair, got a trampoline for her, has a whole house, and reads books to her. It's like, there's definitely worse cases.
And also clearly doesn't have to work if she's allowed to spend all that time just raising the child. Like, that's a very privileged thing too. Sometimes the mom has to go work 4 jobs and still come home to the child. So, you know, shout out to all that.
And they didn't touch on the, like, I don't know what they do. They could be making money or having jobs.
That's true.
They didn't really touch on it.
They didn't want to disclose that. So I'm assuming.
Society's so sick. We have no right to judge. They're saying it's normal. Back then it was normal to have kids at birth. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was more common back then to get married younger, have tons of kids at a young age.
Standards change.
Standards change, society changes, and then
Mm-hmm.
that means the view changes on certain things. And
Correct. And then you can also learn about statistics, or at least anecdotally, whenever the girls that I knew that got pregnant very young, like I think there might have been one when I was in high school, and then there was some immediately after high school. A lot of them, or most of them, aren't with the person, and I know some that struggled quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, do whatever you want. I mean, it's y'all's life. Just I'd say
safe.
wrap it up.
just be safe.
Shit.
Unless you're ready for a kid, and then just, you know, have as many as you want.
Then have 1,000. Peace out.